This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Bad Blood happens. It's the first ever Hell in a Cell. Kane makes his debut. Lots of stuff going on right here.
Right.
Now we're in the next pay-per-view, and it's Survivor Series, and there's talk the week of the show, Bret's done. Bret's on his way out. So behind the scenes, what's going on when supposedly Vince McMahon goes to Bret and says, we can't afford you? From your perspective, how do you remember that happening?
Well, he did it in the Garden. I remember that. I don't remember how many weeks
out it was,
but I remember being in the Garden. I remember.
Were you in the room when it happened?
No.
Okay.
No, I was not.
Did you know Vince was going to tell him that?
Yes,
that day?
I did.
Okay.
I did. And it was Bret showing up late.
So that
Vince had wanted to meet with him earlier in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Bret showed up late. So when Vince had his meeting, I don't know that Vince was
in the best mood.
In the best of moods, because he had to go out and do commentary and what have you. And in typical Vince McMahon fashion,
that was October.
Let's cut to the chase, pal. Here's where we are.
That's October, because that's when Cactus Jack came back.
Okay. So it was done, and Vince kind of got right to the point and told him, we can't do this. And I'll be happy to renegotiate, but I'll also go and reopen your talks with WCW, and if there's any way I can help you get more money there, I'll do that.
Are you comfortable saying what you think the contract value was at the time?
No.
Are you comfortable saying whether or not he was the highest paid performer? Was Bret Hart the highest paid performer in the promotion at the time he was asked to take a pay cut?
That's a tricky question. Bret was one of the highest paid performers, yes.
Top 3?
Yes.
Okay. So the other ones may have been Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker? Okay. All right, I got a hand gesture that tells me maybe. Okay, I didn't know this was sort of keeping kayfabe with Bruce Prichard, but I guess it is.
Well, no, those are personal and those are business,
I didn't
confidential.
ask for a specific number.
Yeah, you did.
Well, I said, are you comfortable with it?
Yeah.
I
said no.
I'm going to guess $500,000. Am I in the ballpark?
I don't know.
Okay, you do know. Maybe we'll put a poll up. Do you want to know the real number next week? I think I'm probably the only person listening who cares about that. Anyway, I am curious. What's the mood when Bret leaves the room as far as you remember? Is this a total shock to him? Is he happy that he maybe can go get more money? He's had problems with Shawn here.
Well, again, I was not in the room. I was not a part of the conversation.
But you were around Bret post-meeting.
I was, and I guess pouty is a word.
Okay.
I don't know that Bret was...
He wasn't happy about it?
He wasn't showing up that day to learn, hey, we can't afford you.
Yeah.
So... I'm sure he had a lot of things running through his head.
So at what point do you become aware he's leaving?
Well, Vince gave him the opportunity and gave him, whatever paperwork he needed to negotiate with WCW and to go out and get his stuff. I want to say we probably knew maybe 10 days out before the pay-per-view. In that area, give or take. I don't know exactly when we found out. We found out, obviously, before the pay-per-view so that we could plan that he was leaving.
So when you find out the week before the pay-per-view, had you guys already started discussing what was going to happen as far as how the belt would be taken off? There's been lots of debate about would it be at Survivor Series, would it be at Raw after? What do you remember about that?
Oh, no, it was always we needed to do it at the pay-per-view.
Okay. So... that was the internal talk. We're going to do it at the pay-per-view. From your perspective, what comes back to you? Like, does Vince come in and say, he doesn't want to drop the damn belt now?
No, Bret was a part of that decision. And Bret was a part of helping us come up with an idea on how to get the belt off of him and what we do. We explain that, when I say we, it was Vince. I was privy to those conversations as a witness. But it was simply, this is what we have to do.
Right.
You understand what we have to do, and he understood what we had to do, and help us get there. And it was like pulling teeth. It was very difficult. Bret never to my recollection, he didn't like dropping the belt, didn't want to drop the belt in Montreal, but he was willing to do it. He indicated, I'll do it. We just got to figure out how we're going to do it.
So
But trying to figure out how we're going to do it, as Randy Savage used to say, you win them in the ring and you lose them in the ring. It was difficult that's the best way I can describe trying to come up with a scenario.
Give me an example.
I feel strongly that saving money is important. If it's not something we worry about now, boy, we are really going to worry about it later. And I want to help you get out of debt faster and do it with cheaper monthly payments. I'm talking to you if you're in a 30-year loan. Now is the time to take years off of your loan. We're routinely helping our listeners cut 5, 10, even 15 years off their loan. And you can do this without perfect credit, with no money out of pocket. You've just got to start at SaveWithConrad.com.
I don't know. It just was
freestyle a suggestion.
You get Hunter involved, and I don't know, and we do something and it backfires, or Owen comes in and it backfires, and then we can do something with Owen and Davey. There were, and again, the specifics, I don't know if that was it, but there were specifics. There were different things, and it was thrown back. Okay, Bret, you don't like that.
What about this?
Give me an idea.
Yeah.
Or give me something.
Sure.
Give me something you do like. And we didn't get a lot of feedback, if any. So it was frustrating in that regard that everything that we threw out was, no, I don't want to do that. But we didn't get anything, how about this? So that was a big frustration. The time that it consumed, this one match, as we're going in, and that one match, frankly, was now going to affect everything we were doing. So it was just difficult, and we had, come up. I don't even remember what the hell they'd come up with, frankly, but it was talk to Pat Patterson, come up with something. But then, of course, the Wrestling with Shadows documentary bullshit that they did with Bret wearing a wire in, talking with Vince alone, which was Vince didn't talk to Bret alone through any of that until that one time when he got him. And it was, Vince.
So you said bullshit, and then you said he got him. So you still hold a lot of animosity towards that film or the practices that it took to get that recording?
I don't think that it was, that's not real ethical to send one guy in with a wire and record him while he's having a private business meeting with someone else. I don't like that. I don't think that's necessarily ethical.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.